Children, let us now continue with the second chromosomal anomaly or chromosomal syndrome, that is Klinefelter syndrome. This syndrome was discovered by Ari F. Klinefelter in 1942 in UK. That is, he was working with Albright at Massachusetts General Hospital, Boston. So, the credit of discovering Klinefelter syndrome goes to him. How can we define this Klinefelter syndrome? It's a chromosomal disorder affecting only male, which is characterized by sex chromosomal trisomy, is that one extra chromosome is present. So remember, this disorder is known to be seen only in male individual. Why? Because there is one extra sex chromosome, particularly X chromosome, is going to be present. Hence, this is called as sex chromosomal trisomy. So now, if you see the chromosomal complement, so the chromosomal complement for an individual suffering from Klinefelter syndrome is 44 autosomes. You can see they are paired plus XXY. Hence, the chromosome number here also becomes 47. So you see here in case of allosomal complement, male should have one X chromosome and one Y chromosome. But here the male individual has got an additional X chromosome. That is why this is called as sex chromosomal allosomy, or we can call sex chromosomal trisomy, where an extra X chromosome is present. So this disease is known to occur, the rate of occurrence is 500 in every, that is 1 in 500, or you can call it as 1 in thousands birth. So this is the rate of occurrence of this disease. Now let us move on to the symptoms of Klinefelter syndrome. Phenotypically male but behaves like female. That is, an individual to appear is male. This disease is expressed in adult age. It is not like Down syndrome, where immediately after born the child's mental growth will be retarded. Here, no. The now individual will develop normally, but when he becomes an adult, he appears to be male, but his behavior will be like female. Second thing is sterile with poorly developed reproductive organ, that is male reproductive organ testes. The concerned accessory reproductive organs are not well developed. Third thing is secondary sexual characters do not appear. So you have studied in male what is that growth of body hair, then mustache, beard, or you can say any other secondary sexual characters. In case of a person who is suffering from Klinefelter syndrome, it will not appear. Gynecomastia, that is development of breast, very important symptom in a person who is suffering from Klinefelter syndrome. So usually males will not have breast development, but in case of a person suffering from Klinefelter syndrome, since there is an extra X chromosome, breast development will be there. That's why we say phenotypically he will appear like a female. So his characters are like female. Then other important thing is long arms and leg. This is concerned with respect to their family characters. If the members of the family are, I can say, having a moderate sized arm and leg, so here the person suffering from Klinefelter syndrome, his arms and legs would be more bigger than them. Then quantity of male sex hormone is less. Here the androgen being secreted will be very less. That's why he's going to appear like a female or behave like a female. Then poor coordination. That is, carrying out the activities may not be very good. Less body air. That's other important symptom. So usually these symptoms are known to occur at puberty. So that's why I told you the phenotypic expression of a person suffering from Klinefelter syndrome will be seen only at puberty. So this is with regarding to the Klinefelter syndrome. So we have discussed about who discovered this, how can we define what the chromosomal complementary, what are the symptoms, and when symptoms are going to appear. So this is totally with regarding to Klinefelter syndrome. So you can see the diagram of a person who is going to suffer from a male who is going to develop Klinefelter syndrome. So you can see the breast development, you can see lack of pubic hair, so you can see testicular atom, that is uh, testes will not develop. So therefore he is infertile. You can see long arms and long legs. So therefore the question which is going to appear here is list out the causes and symptoms of Klinefelter syndrome. So now we are moving on to the last chromosomal anomaly, Turner syndrome. So this was discovered by Dr. Henry Turner in 1938. So how can we define? It's a chromosomal disorder affecting only female, which is characterized by sex chromosomal monosomy. So what is monosomy? That is, one X chromosome is lost. Hence, an individual will have 45 chromosomes instead of normal 46. That is, diploid number of chromosomes should be 46 in human. So here the female who has got this syndrome, she is going to lose one of her X chromosome. Hence, the total chromosome number is going to become 45 instead of normal 46. So let us try to understand about chromosomal complement. So this is the diagram which shows about chromosomal complement. A woman who is suffering from Turner syndrome, her chromosomal complement will be 44AA plus X0. So remember, in normal females, the allosome, there will be 2 X chromosome. But a woman who is suffering from Turner syndrome, one of her X chromosome is absent. So even this is seen in the karyograph or the diagrammatic representations given in the slide. So therefore this is chromosomal complement. Now, what is the rate of occurrence of this disease? So usually Turner syndrome occurs once in 2500 births, that is every one individual in 2500 births, that is every female out of 2500 births will have Turner syndrome. Let us move on to the symptoms of this syndrome. Sterile. Yes, because one X chromosome is absent, female may not develop her reproductive organ, or she may not be able to carry out reproductive function, so therefore she is sterile. Poor development of secondary sexual characters, that is in females, what are the secondary sexual characters going to appear? Might be growth of breast, development of hair, and we can say development of accessory reproductive organs. All those characters are not going to be developed. Short stature, so she will be short in height. Webbed neck, so you can see the neck of a normal individual. At the back of the neck you can see wrinkles of the skin which gives like appearance of a web. Then broad shield chest, so chest will be broader when compared to normal women. Underdeveloped ovaries, already have told you she is sterile mainly because the female reproductive organs, ovaries, are not developed. And other symptoms include quantity of female hormone is less, that is estrogen and progesterones are produced in less quantity. She is having a low mental capacity, so therefore brain development is not proper. Low set of ear, that is her ear size will be small when compared to normal female. Low hairline at the back of the neck, that is hair growth will be less. Heart defects, diabetes, and low thyroid hormone occurs more frequently. So these are the other important symptoms that can be seen in a woman who is going to suffer from Turner syndrome. So like Klinefelter syndrome, here also phenotype is going to be expressed only at adult stage. So this is the diagram of a woman who is going to suffer from Turner syndrome. So this is with regarding to Turner syndrome. Here also the question may be for 1 mark. What is the chromosomal complement of a woman suffering from Turner syndrome? Or it may be give the cause, symptoms, and what we can call rate of occurrence of Turner syndrome. So usually remember, if you go for treatment, I have not spoken anything about the treatment of this chromosomal anomalies because this anomalies cannot be treated because they are genetically inherited. So usually there is no treatment for this disorder. So with this, the genetic disorders is completed. So now I am going to present you the slide of assignment for this topic. So let us go for the next slide.